Hi everyone, my name is Mazir Bratoki, and today I'm excited to present my project FlickFinder. We have all been there. You finish a long day, you want to watch a movie, but you spend the next half hour scrolling endlessly, unable to decide. So FlickFinder solves this problem by connecting you with the perfect movie based on your current moods. It's not just another recommendation app, it's a full stack platform built with a modern tech stack featuring a custom recommendation engine at its core. So let's dive in and see how it's works. First, let's look at our user experience. So this is our login portal, the entry point of our application. So for the new user, we have a clean, simple registration page. This is built using React and Tailwind CSS for more on responsive feel. All user data is securely sent to our Django backend. So after login, you will be directed to our main homepage. So I try to build this as minimalistic as possible and as engaging as possible. The background is subtle and animated gradient to create a dynamic feel without being distracted. And the core of this app is a single query. So what's the move? The user can type anything they feel in the natural language. So suppose the user type an iron dense action movie with a cool car says. So let's try it out. So the type text will be sent to our backend and it's fetching based on the algorithm design. So on the left hand side, you can see our prompt, and on the right hand side, you can see our AI emotion analysis. So currently, it's worse, to be honest. So it was supposed to be a black box, but I have included it in my UI so that it can represent so that it can represent as a form of explainable AI for the user. So let's just forget that this thing exists. The algorithm is worse, which need to be further improved. And below that, we can have a movie recommendation displaying a clean animated grid. Each movie card is a clean design. On over, a hot icon appears. Clicking it adds to the movie personal watch list. You can see the instant feedback from the React host toast notification. And of course, you can click on any of the movie to see more details. So this page features a cinematic design with the blurred backdrop of a movie itself. All this data, the overview, the ratings, genre, and the you might like section is fetched from the TMBD API, which is also played a main role for collecting the data set for model training. So the watchlist button here is also fully synced with our global state. So suppose I go on this movie, I add this in my watch list. Notification will appear. Even nav section, if you look, there is my watch list. So this will display all the movie I have saved. And if I remove a movie, suppose like I click on this, it will give me a notification and it will be deleted from my watch list. And so now let's look at the hood of our code. The front end is a modern React application built with Vite for a fast development experience. So the application is structured around a React router for handling navigation. Here in app.jsx, you can see routes for public pages like login, registration pages, as well as protected routes for authentication user and specialized admin routes for admin dashboards, which we're gonna look later on. The heart of front-end state management is the obviously React Context API. I create auth context.jsx to be a single source of truth for the entire application. It holds the user authentication state, their profile, their information, and most importantly, their entire watch list. Any component can access the global state, which is how the navbar and the movie card play perfectly in sync without any complex proper drilling. This is the recommendation page. It uses UseEffect to fetch data when the mood is in the URL changes. It also uses the frame motion library to create the smooth animation for the movie grid, making the user experience feel polished and professional. The backend is a powerful API built with Django and Django REST framework. And here in our backend folder, we have got some views.py, which will handle every API views. Like we have root operation views, we have watchlist views, and which ensure for authentication and user profile, and of course the recommendation view. Okay, the recommendation view. So here in the recommendation view, it's where we integrate our AI. This endpoint is a hybrid system. When a user mood is received, it first it doesn't just do a simple keyword search. First, it will use a live pre-trained transformer model, especially Distilbert GeoEmotion, from Objectface to perform emotion analysis on the user text, and this convert the sentence into a 7-dimensional emotional vector where we have 7 different emotions. And in our model train, I have written a code, and I have already trained the model in my Jupyter notebook online and extract the pickle file from it. So it will be easier for me and it won't be a time consuming task for my overall process. So I've got the pickle file from there, and again in my views in my recommendation API, I use the cosine similarity to compare the user life emotion vector against the pre-compute fingerprints of all the movies, finding the top 10 most similar ones. Finally, in the data entry step, it will take the 10 movies ID and make a quick call to my API, TMBD API, from which the data to the ID like poster images. And now let me log in using my admin account. So it will include an admin in an app. So when click, directed to our admin dashboard panel. So to manage this application, I also build this. So this is a protected area, only access to the user with admin privilege. It also provides key statics like total user, new sign-in, and the most popular watch list. It also includes a user management panel where an admin can manage user roles or delete roles. Suppose like this, I can make this guy Monzil an admin, or I can remove that too, or I can delete. You want to delete this, so let's take this Maru. Okay, first I'll make this an admin. Yep. This guy is an admin. If I want to delete, I can delete it. So These actions are handled by the separate set of secure API endpoint on the backend that are protected by a custom isAdmin user permission class. So that's the FlickFinder. It's a complete end-to-end application that combines a robust Django backend and a modern and responsive React frontend and a sophisticated explainable AI edit course to solve a common relatable problem. Thank you for watching.